Story time with Butterfly the Clown. Smelly socks. When Tina wanted new socks, her mom took her to the only store in town. "This store only has black socks," said Tina. "Can we please go across the river so I can get some really good socks?" She didn't like black socks. "We can't drive across the river," said her mother. "There's only one bridge here, and it's a long, long way to the only bridge, and besides, we don't have a car." So Tina went to her grandfather and said, "Can you please take me across the river in your boat? I want to buy some really good socks." "The motor is not working in my boat," said her grandfather. "Row," said Tina. "We can row." "I will row and you can sit in the back of the boat." "You row?" said her grandfather. "Yes," said Tina. "Rowing is easy." So Tina got in the boat and slowly rowed, splish, 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 and the boat went in slow circles. And she rowed a little faster, splash, 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 and the boat went in fast circles. "This boat has forgotten how to row," said Tina. "You sit in the back of the boat," said her father, "and you tell me how to row." So Tina sat in the back of the boat and her grandfather rowed. They rowed all the way across the river. Then they walked all the way through town to the very big sock store. At the store, Tina tried on socks that were too big. She tried on socks that were too little. She tried on socks that were too blue and socks that were too pink. Finally, she found the perfect pair of socks, the perfect pair. And since it was almost time for dinner, Tina and her grandfather ran back to the boat. This time, the boat sort of remembered how to row, and Tina rowed around and around and around, and they managed to get back to the other side. When they got back, Tina ran in and yelled, "Socks, socks, wonderful socks! These are the best socks that I've ever had in my entire life. Grandpa rowed me all the way across the river so I can go to the sock store. I am never, never taking them off." "Never?" said Tina's mother. "Never," said Tina. "Oh," said Tina's mom. So Tina wore the socks for a long, long time. She wore them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 whole days. Her mother said, "Tina, I know that you love these socks. Just let me wash them really quick. They're going to start to smell. You need to get them washed." "Socks, socks, wonderful socks," Tina said. "I am never, ever, ever taking them off." Oh, she wore them for 10 more days. The friends at school said, "Tina, what's that smell? You need to change your socks. Change your socks. Oh." "Socks, socks, wonderful socks," said Tina. "I am never, never, never going to take them off." After Tina wore the socks for 10 more days, a flock of Canadian geese were flying over her house, and they dropped right out of the sky because of the smelly smell of her socks. Ew! 2 moose walking by fell to the ground, plump, because of the smell of her socks. Ducks, raccoons, and squirrels all fell over when she walked to school. Finally, even a skunk fell over from the stinky smell. Their friends decided to do something. They all came to her house and knocked on her door. When Tina opened up the door, they grabbed her, carried her to the river. They held their noses and took off her socks. Some of the kids held Tina, and some of the kids washed her socks. Scrub, 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 scrub. All the fish from the river floated to the top of the river and acted like they were dead. Gross. The kids washed some more. Scrub, 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 scrub. All the beavers ran out of the house to live with Tina's grandfather. The kids scrubbed some more. Scrub, 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 scrub. Far down the river, the people said, "How come this river smells like gross, stinky socks? Ew." Finally, the socks were clean. Wow! Wow, said Tina. These socks, they look nicer when they're clean. Wow! Wow, said Tina. These socks, oh, they smell nicer when they're clean. Wow, said Tina. They feel so much nicer when they're clean. Tina put the socks on and said, I am going to wear clean socks from now on. The beavers left their grandfather's house and went back into the river. The Canadian geese got up off the ground and flew away. The fish decided they weren't dead after all and started to jump and splash in the river. Tina went home and said, Mom, my socks are nice and clean, and I think it would be nice to take me to get a nice red, yellow, and green shirt. Promise you'll wash it? Said her mother. No, said Tina. If I wait long enough, the kids at school will wash it for me. The end.